And we're back, and I'm going to just do the background. So this is going to be a quick little video. This is nice though. You can see the that sand stuff coming through. That's kind of nice. It's nice and opaque, as you can see. And what we're going to do is, because everyone voted for negative space, we're going to just pour over this here, and I might use the airbrush to sort of blow the paint over this, the background. But I want to let this dry first. So let's do the sides a little bit. But it might be nice to do some little sort of pattern structure on this. I'm just not sure. I've got to think about that a little bit. Let's make sure that all the little brush strokes are all the same way. There you go. So we're having a really beautiful Sunday here with some really beautiful weather. And it's almost a shame to stay inside because the sun is out. And as you know, I haven't seen sun in about 3 months. That's the disadvantage of living in Holland. And usually when the sun is out, you can't be in it because you have to work. That is, oh boy, that's really Holland. And then when you have your vacation, usually it's really bad weather. Yep, sounds really negative, but that's the truth. That's how it goes over here. So can't help it. Take it or leave it. Then you have to go immigrate somewhere. But to tell you the truth, I really can't take the really hot summers anymore. I did when I was younger, up till about 40. It was fine, you know. I was so stupid sometimes, really stupid, because I went to Colorado in the summer, and it was really, really hot. And there was this motel where I was in, had a swimming pool, and I was laying there outside, and I was thinking, why is there no one here? Like, there's absolutely no one, but it was so hot. I think it was like 40, 45 degrees, and well, Celsius, not Fahrenheit, and it was so hot. But I was just laying by the pool, and then someone stood there on one of those balconies pointing at me. Look at that one, look at her lying there in the sun. And I thought, okay, I guess people don't do that. Yes. And I do always use sunscreen, but somehow not enough, I guess, because I did have a little episode of a little bit of skin cancer, which they took away. Probably because I've lived in Australia, and I was sort of always, you know, in the sun. When there was sun, I was in the sun. And maybe not always with sunscreen on, I don't know. But it's the mild sort of skin cancer, which they just, you know, cut away and that's it. Yeah. They don't do anything afterwards. They just take it away and that's it. Don't know what it's called in English, but here we call it Barcinal carcinome. And that's it. Okay. Enough about me again. There we go. Got all the little crevices all filled up. Now, it's all ready for the pour. I don't like that because I sort of, I dropped a little paint on it. Another color, so I'm going to try and get that off. See? Pink. Okay, let's see. Ooh, that's all blue. Hope I don't contaminate it. Okay, I think we're good to go. Yeah. Now it's a little less obvious, right? Yeah. Just fixed it. I'm gonna do it this way up though, because this reminds me of a silhouette of a person. So I sort of like that illusion of a silhouette there. And I'm gonna be really careful to pour, you know, I don't want too much flowing out. I just want the pour to be over this and just a little bit. Yeah, that I think that'll look good. And I'm going to wait for this to totally dry. So, no, you already voted. You all said, you know, do the negative space. So that's what we're going to do. No matter what happens, this is the negative space one. It does have something to it, doesn't it? See how it looks? That is kind of nice. I think I'll have to make the paint very thin though, because I do want this to pop up again. So, and I know I did that with the last one where when I poured it on, you could almost not see the bubbles, but when it dried, the bubbles came back up. So I'm pretty sure that I can accomplish that with a really thin pour over it. Then some of it might just seep into those little crevices that are there, and with the airbrush, I have a very little bit. Oh, maybe I could do it right now. Look at that. I turned it off, so there's not much air. Shall we do one little bit? One little tiny little pour? Oh, I don't have any patience, do I? Let's do it. So what I'd like is a little bit of this turquoise, because we love it. And then, let's see, what else do we have? I have so much paint left over. A little bit of white. Yes, a little bit of green. Let's make it a real bright little thing. And then the darker turquoise. I like those colors. Yeah. A bit of that, a little bit of this. Let's see what happens. But it's pretty thick though, and I said I was gonna go really thin. But let's see what happens. I can always pour over it again. Now we have to be careful. It's going all over the place, of course, because I should have known that. Because the air is getting trapped by the little balls. See all the little spatters. I can fix it later. Let's see if it'll sell. Tiny, tiny little bit of cells. I'm gonna see how that dries. Let's just wait for that. Let me get a little bit of, to get that green off there. And I can always, you know, touch it up later. But that looks kind of nice. Should have made it a little bit thinner. But we can do that with the real pour. But as you can see there, I like those colors. That's what counts. There's a little cell action. I really like that. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry. And when it's dry, we're gonna pour all over there again, because this is gonna sink into these little 3D balls. It's gonna sink through, I'm pretty sure of it, when it's dry. And I'm gonna pour straight over it. But good thing I did test it, because the paint needs to be thinner. That's something I'm sure of now. So we're gonna make that thin. So see you later, guys. Not sure if I'm gonna be back today. Got a really big cleanup to do. I think I'm getting tomorrow or a Tuesday, I'm getting new paint from Vallejo, so I have to make some room to get everything in here. So see you all in the next video. Love you all to pieces. Lieb euch alle. Bye bye.